Hi, my name is Greg Kowalski. I've owned this car 3 years. It's a California car, actually. We have the build sheet. When we dropped the tank, when we started the restoration, we found the build sheet. And actually, when we bought this car, it looked nothing like it does today. It actually had the factory color, but whoever had it took the vinyl top off. They painted the stripe black, kept the white interior. When we found the build sheet, we decided to bring it back to exactly the way it was ordered from the factory. And that's exactly what we did. It was about a 2.5-year process. We started from the frame off, body off, the frame powder coated, and Tom Stowe Auto Body actually did the body work. It was all metal. We soda stripped it down. There was no Bondo on this car. It was all metal. Even the pan underneath the car, no pitting, no nothing. It was completely solid. So it was an easy redo because it was so solid. We went exactly to the manufacturer's spec, GM spec, with the code 75 cranberry red paint to the stripe, according to the build sheet, the white vinyl top. It was a bench seat. Column shift according to the build sheet, exact. We didn't make any modifications. We had to do it. We did it exactly as close as we could to day one in the GM parking lot, right out of the factory.
You should call GM and say, take a look at your new car.
Well, according to the build sheet, it says Van Nuys, California. That was the plant that it came out of. These are actually the original SS rims. We had them stripped down and painted. Those tires are from Coker Tire, but those are the original tires that it came with out of the factory. That's a nice thing. 3 coats of clear. There's only 1,000 miles on the car. There's just 1,000 miles, that's it. So I consider it a brand new car, better than brand new.
Sure.
From the frame, powder coating, to the exhaust, ceramic coated exhaust.
Now with that known, do you let anyone in the family drive it?
Absolutely. My wife Jenny, it's got factory air conditioning. It works beautifully. Tilt steering wheel, all the original equipment. We didn't take the radio off and switch everything. We actually sent the radio across the country to a man that does nothing but rebuild old factory radios. So it was about a 2.5-year process. We did the frame, had it powder coated, and then the body shop took the body, and the motor got built in Orland, and they met in life again 2 years later, and that's kind of where we're at.
Can we take a look at the interior?
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. That's all new. It's per build sheet. Let me clean this off from the trees. It's actually exactly the way it was ordered. It's the ivory interior. We rebuilt the springs on the seat. You're able to do that. Again, just about 1,000 miles on it. It's really nice. From the carpet to the headliner, to the seats, to the springs, to the gauges, to the wiring, everything is new. Everything is new. And it's a solid car.
I'm looking at brake pedal. Is that I've never seen that before.
Yeah, that's an original, exactly how it came. And like I say, there's just all metal on this car. There was very little just adjustments that need to be made. And everything is all the lines are perfect.
So I would imagine, looking at the hood here, that the cowling air induction works, yes?
Oh, absolutely.
I bet it's sweet.
It is. We actually videoed it on the way here. We have that a video. And the mirrors, the bumpers, that's all GM. That has not been redone. The trim, all this trim is all original GM all the way around the vinyl top. The door handles are original GM. The mirrors are original GM. The bumpers, they have not been redone. There was no need to redo them. It just needed to be soda stripped down and painted nice again. And really, that's about it. It just took a lot of time to do. It was done well. and it runs good.
Can we take a look at the engine?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. And I like to pay a lot of attention to detail. What I've done over the winter is I have every nut and bolt, I by hand with a paintbrush have painted gloss black. I paid really close attention to all the details. So if you see, like the bolts, I mean, they're all with a little paintbrush gloss black. I have gone through everything where they left off.
I bet you don't watch TV.
No time. I was lucky to sleep.
Right.
You know, but everything, you got your exhaust manifolds. There's no modifications to the motor. It's your Harrison original air conditioning, it's original air conditioning compressor in beautiful condition. It's the Quadrajet carburetor that coordinates with the cowl induction. Everything here is stock. There's no modifications to the engine.
Sure. And then what is that, lack of a better technical word, gizmo right there for the air induction, the motor?
What that is, that's like a vacuum valve, and on top, that's for the flap.
Okay.
That all works the cowl induction.
On vacuum?
Right, and we had the engine pulled out and completely rebuilt from the block up, and it's got forged pistons, and everything is close to GM spec as possible. It's built just right, reliable with a punch.
Now, tell me about car shows and car show awards.
Well, this is the first year I've had it from the get-go of the season. We did manage to make Morris last year, and there was 56 cars in the 1970 GM stock class. That was Ford, that was Chrysler, and that was Chevy. We took third out of a lot of cars, and there were cars that were really sweet. Now that was before I put a winner into this, fine painting the nuts, the bolts, underneath. I mean, I think we'll do better this year. It's actually got the original T3 headlights that you don't see often. Those are rare, and they work really, really well.
I would suggest that you build a room for all your awards this summer.
Well, it's nice to get them. It's just, it's nice. I mean, it's just, we just love the car, and we're never going to sell it. The air conditioning blows beautifully. Everything, like I say, we started with a good car. It wasn't a turd. We started with a real solid car. It just needed to be redone. And the money is worth it because it's an investment car. We have the build sheet. It's all numbers matching. There's no modifications. This is exactly the way it was ordered, 1970, from the factory in California. Thank you for watching.